Yeah, perfect. Okay, good. We're recording. Yay. Thank you. Thanks, Kathleen. And thanks everybody for being here. We're glad that you're here on this Tuesday night. Tuesday, our
Tuesday team day.
Yeah, Tuesday team day. The first Tuesday of every month, we come live and we talk about this month's incentives and talk about, different things going on. Annette, are you raising your hand?
No, I'm sorry. I'm multitasking, and
okay.
I'm trying to remember how many I need to do.
Okay, no problem. Well, good. So glad you guys are here. Let's introduce ourselves.
I'm Matt.
Yeah, you know who we are. This is Matt. I'm Trisha. If you're on this, you're most likely in our downline. You'd be in our downline somewhere. So we have Kathleen, who's also a VP. So Kathleen, wave your arms and say hello. Kathleen's a VP as well. So we're glad that she's here. We've got other folks joining. This is great. So, Matt and I, we've been doing this nearly 5 years.
Almost 5 years.
It's been a really, really fun journey. We've loved it. We have a lot of stories, A to Z that we could share. We won't bore you with all of those, but we'll
save that for another day.
Yeah, we've just been there. We've done that. So we're glad that you're here. For those that are attending for your first time, we're just glad that you take a minute to be here tonight and just build some community amongst the team. We have, people, I think it would make sense. We could go around and introduce each other if you wanted. We could do that. That's really the point of this, is just building community and getting to know each other a little bit better. So let's take a minute and do that. So Kathleen, anything you want to share about you specifically? Maybe just say one thing that you like to do, one thing outside of pottery that you enjoy.
I'm Kathleen, and what do I love to do? I love to hang out with people. I mean, honestly, it's my greatest joy to meet new people and to hang out. I'm pretty lame, but
no, that's great.
Social butterfly.
Yeah,
that's not lame.
Right. There's no good or bad answer. So I'm just going to go in order that I see folks here. So now it's Matt and I would say what I love to do. I really love to organize, which sounds crazy, but that to me is like really fun. Just to take a room that was in total chaos and make it really organized. So if you think that's lame, Kathleen, that you like to hang out with people, I think organizing is on that list of lame, but I love it. It just brings a lot of satisfaction.
I love that too. So there. Yeah. I'm with you.
What about you? What do you like to do?
I'm a big outdoors person. I love to hike, camp, fish, all of those kind of things. That's how I decompress. That's, the mountains, they're my escape. So that's what I like.
Perfect. Hey, we got Joey and Alex. You're up.
So Joey and Alex, and we are directors we
like to snowboard.
Yeah.
Since winter's coming up, hopefully we have some snow this week. So we just saw Breckenridge got 4 feet of snow this last week.
Fun.
Nice.
Make your way down this way. Yeah.
Yeah, we're real sad that we don't get to go out there this December. So
you're kind of busy. They're building a house, so they've got a lot on their plate right now.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you want to come organize my house when it's just come to Michigan. You can just put my house together, and then I'll just walk through the door and be like, "Woo, it's done."
Oh, that would be fun. Count me in. I'd love to.
Alex and I'll go ice fishing in the meantime.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, we have a river right in the back of our house, and so there's really good. What kind of fish is there?
They walleye fish there.
Walleye.
Yeah.
Nice.
So you guys can go fishing, and then Trisha and I will be up
Like a plan to me.
putting the house together.
That's awesome. Well, good. Thanks for being here. We'll jump down to Annette then. I see Annette next. Annette, tell us who you are.
So I'm Annette, and I'm a senior director under, I guess, Kathleen, who's on here. I was going to say under Beth Bowers, and then Kathleen. And something that I like to do in my spare time is what I'm doing right now is card making. And so I'm part of an animal therapy program at an area hospital, and the veterinarians in the area sponsor a Christmas tree. And it's one of those festival of trees type of things. And they pay lots of money, and I won't let them have a computer generated thank you card. So I hand make thank you cards to match the theme of our tree every year.
How fun.
Cool.
That's what I'm working on right now.
That's cool.
And Annette, let's not forget, rabid Seahawks fan.
And a rabid Seahawks fan.
Yeah, there we go. There we go.
Even when we suck, I'm still a Seahawks fan.
Awesome. We can see it in your hair. Love it.
Yes.
It's hard to see it right now. The glare is not showing the full colors. So.
The full effect.
Okay, who's next? We got Barbara. Barbara, do you want to introduce yourself and tell us something you like to do.
Hey, how's everybody doing?
Good. How are
Great.
you?
Good. Well, since I'm at the beach, I'm going to say I like to hang out at the beach, but I just wish the weather was a little more cooperative.
Darn
It's
it.
kind of dreary, but that's okay. It's still the beach.
Beach is the beach.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
It is.
Better than work. Better than work. So that's great. And we're glad you're here with us when you're on vacation, that you're spending a few minutes with us tonight. So thanks for
Well,
being
this is fun, so thank you.
Good. All right, Kim, you're next. Our recovering Kim. Kim. Oh, I think you're on mute though, because I can't hear you. You're not on mute.
Now it's done.
Oh,
There you go. Now
There
I
you
can
go.
hear you.
Okay, perfect.
I'm Kim, a senior director under Kathleen, and I like to binge watch Netflix and eat junk food. I like to drink wine.
That's great. I relate to that a ton. So I like to organize, but man, can I binge watch TV. I can do that all day long. So I hear ya. That's great. Okay, fun. Thanks, Kim. And then Marcy, we have Marcy, and you're on mute. So take yourself off mute and tell us about you.
I am also a senior director under Kathleen, and you both are welcome to come organize my house anytime I want. I spend all my time with the dogs. I run an animal rescue, and I am always so busy, and I would much rather be outside doing stuff with the dogs than inside organizing the house.
Hey, I can relate. It's
Yeah,
Trisha
Matt,
who likes
I
to
know.
organize.
Yeah. I know Matt's like, watch it. Don't invite us both to do that. He'll be good prep. Oh, that's awesome. Thanks, Marcy. That's great. Okay, so lots of time with the dogs and rescue. Perfect. And we had Teresa join. So we have Teresa. If you want to take yourself off mute, we're doing introductions. We'd love to hear you and who's your sponsor and something that you like to do just to help us get to know you better. You can take yourself off mute. I think you might be on mute.
I don't know if I'm on mute.
Oh, there
There
you
you
are.
go.
Now we can hear you.
Okay. I went to a pet sitting conference in Vegas, and a gentleman introduced the product, and that's all I know. I haven't started anything with it yet.
Okay, perfect. Well, you're in the right place. So that was most likely John, JP. We call him JP.
Yes.
That's you, Matt.
Yes.
Okay.
And Roger, they saw Roger.
Roger, yep.
Our
It was a
founder.
pet sittingology conference.
That's
Yeah.
it.
Okay,
And
cool.
Teresa is under me. And
Oh,
I'm
is
very
she?
excited.
Yay.
Hey, that's great.
Perfect. Well, we're so glad you're here. So tell us something that you like to do other than pet sit.
Make money and create a business.
Good. That's a
Good
great
place to be.
Wait.
You're in the right
What was
place.
it? No, good.
Yep, in the
Good.
right place. Good. Okay, well, we're glad you're here. Welcome. This is your first call. So we've just gone around and done some introductions. We have one more, and this is under Horse Lady. So I'm not sure who Horse Lady is. Can you take yourself off mute and tell us the surprise? This is like save the surprise for the end. Who's our Horse Lady here? And maybe she can't take herself off mute. I know it's familiar. I want to say it could be Melissa. All right. Well, if you can use the chat option too, that's always a thought. That so here, if you have not gone yet, that means we don't know who you are because your name is Horse Lady. So use the chat option, or feel free to take yourself off mute and introduce yourself in a minute. Let's dive into really quick. Do you want to do recognition real fast?
Let's recognize.
Okay. Well, first, let me give a couple announcements. We're looking at our notes up here. So just so you know, those that are on here today, if you don't know, we have lives every Tuesday and Thursday evening. And there's information on the team Facebook page. There's an email that went out today that told you about them as well. They're every Tuesday and Thursday. Of course, we skipped tonight because of our team day call. So the first Tuesday, there's nothing, but the remainder of the month, there is a live every Tuesday and Thursday. So make sure you come, you attend, you bring a guest or two. Thursday, I believe Matt and I will be hosting on Thursday, and it
Which
should
will be
good.
a big improvement from just me.
Yeah, Matt had to do the last one.
But it's
solo.
not always just us. It's different pet pros who facilitate those. So
Yeah, Joey and
if
Alex.
you're sick of
did
hearing
one.
from us, don't worry.
Yeah, you'll get other faces.
You'll
too.
get a lot of others who do that as well.
But this is the perfect chance if you're not really sure what to say, and if you're not really sure, especially like Teresa, you're new, you're getting your feet wet, and you're not really sure what to say, then this is the perfect place to invite someone to, because we go over the products. We talk about the pop pairings and then a few other products, and then we share the opportunity. It's 30 minutes. It's really brief. We have 2 drawings at the end. And so really, we hope that you'll take advantage of that and use it, because there's a lot of pet pros that bring guests there, and they're having a lot of great success as a result. So use that to your advantage. Also, who do you know in Utah? Do you want to talk about what's happening in Utah?
So in pottery, when you reach the rank of VP, the home office comes to your location and throws you a party. Kathleen had one earlier this year, and it was a smashing good time, wasn't it?
It was awesome.
It was, yeah.
Trisha, I know flew down. And anyway, Robin Thomas, who is a pet pro in the pottery family, hit VP last month.
Yeah.
And so our founder and CEO, Roger Morgan,
September.
in September, is coming out to host the VP party for Robin. And that'll be this Friday at 7:00 p.m. So if you have any contacts or potential customers, potential pet pros, anyone in the Salt Lake area that you think could benefit from this, please let them know about it. We have a small flyer we can send your way too if you'd like. But it's a great opportunity.
You should have received it in the email that you sent out. So.
No, that's true. I did include that in the email I sent. So anyway, Roger will be there. It'll be a great time to learn about the opportunity of the product and just to celebrate with a lot of other pet pros.
Yeah. So we hope you'll take advantage. Okay, and then group coaching every Monday evening. We have group coaching. So that was also in the email today, but we like to just highlight it. If that's something that you would like some help or some tips or just some direction, a little bit of direction, then join us each Monday. We talk for about 35 minutes and just brainstorm and share ideas and talk about goals and talk about just really whatever's on your minds, we can discuss and help support. So,
but if you want in, you got to let us know so we can send you the information.
Yeah, there's some login info. So, okay, with that, let's talk about
top and new PV.
Yeah, top and new PV, but we don't want to miss that. So make sure we go back to that. So top and new PV, let's discuss. These are the top 5 in the 5-star team, which consists of our team, and then of course Kathleen's team as well. So we have top number 1 in new PV was Marie Hansen. 90. Yeah. The second is Barbara. So that's under Kathleen. And Barbara's here, I believe, or she was. Yeah, Barbara's here. Yeah, there she is.
Nice job, Barbara.
So Barbara, number 2, way to go. That's awesome. Kathleen and David, they were number 3 in the 5-star team. Then us, Matt and Trisha, I put us in there. I kind of feel silly, but I did. I put us in there. And then 5th, you ready for this? She is also here. Annette Linker. Annette, you were 5th in UP.
Nice job, Annette.
And so Annette is under Kathleen, as you heard earlier too. So way to go, everybody. That's awesome. Top in Paw Club enrollments. We're going to go over that now. So top in Paw Club, Barbara Carroll, yet again. Barbara was top in Paw Club enrollments. And again, she's under Kathleen. Next would be Elka Bostwick. And then 3rd was Kathleen. Kathleen, way to go. 4th would be Matt and Trisha. And 5th would be Annette. Annette, who's also here again. So way to go.
Good job, Annette.
Top in Paw Club. Awesome. And then top in Pet Pro enrollments. Now we just listed anybody that sponsored 2 or more. So I felt like it was worth having that whole list here. So Elka and Brad, they sponsored 10 Pet Pros last month. 90 sponsored 6. JP sponsored 5. We sponsored 4. Annette, way to go. Annette sponsored 2. And Jody, you're on here too. Jody, she sponsored 2. Jody's she joined us a little bit later. So Jody, congrats to you for sponsoring 2 last month. And Laura Hafferty, she sponsored 2. Cheyenne Williams sponsored 2. Lauren Nudebauer sponsored 2. And then Robert Wade sponsored 2 Pet Pros. So way to go.
Everybody.
Way to go. That's awesome. And then last but not least, we'll do 15500, and then we're going to jump over to Kathleen. She's going to talk about incentives. Yeah, 15500. That's right. Drum roll, right? So that kind of goes back in the day. Roger always challenged us to get 15500, and every time you heard it, you were supposed to give a drum roll. So that lives on, the drum roll. So 15500. Elka and Brad Bostwick got 15500. Matt and I got 15500. Annette got 15500. Well done. And Kathleen also got 15500. So congrats. We didn't miss anything, right?
We had
Oh,
a couple of promotions also that we wanted to announce. So, Dee Dee Martell promoted to Senior Pet Pro,
Yep.
and Courtney Cobb also promoted to Senior Director.
Senior director.
Yay.
Yeah.
Way to go,
super
Dee Dee, and
exciting.
way to go, Courtney.
So those are-
promotions are always exciting, no matter what promotions they are.
Yeah.
So,
So happy.
congratulations.
I
to
wish
them.
I wish either of them were on, but yes, Dee Dee's a brand new pet pro. She enrolled in September, so that was fun. And then Courtney, she's one that she said, you know, I'm steady, I'm slow and steady, and we love it. We love it. Just consistency pays
Slow
off.
and steady
So-
wins the race.
So congrats to both of them. Okay, so let's dive into a little bit of what's going on for November. A lot of promotions out on the table. We're going to have Kathleen talk
Lot of
about
good
this
stuff.
portion. If there's any questions, you know, she can help or we can help answer. But let's have you take it away, Kathleen. What's going on in November? What do we have up
Thank
for
you. Thank you. There's so much going on in November, and I'm super excited about November. So what's on the table? You know, Roger is always coming up with ways to gift us, ways to give us money, ways to give us gifts and incentives. And November is not a bit different. There are lots of things on the table. I'm just going to go through everything. So let's start out with, we have the $1 promotion once again for the month of November. So, you know, for those who want to, who are passionate, they're connected, and they want to work under their own terms, Pawtree's where they need to be. We're a growing company. Get in on the ground floor. If they don't have the finances for the dollar, for the 125, the dollar will certainly suffice. We do have that as an option, but I really, really encourage you to always start out with the 125. And I want to tell you why. Thank you for that. I want to tell you why. Because especially this month, because of the other incentives, when you enroll a Pet Pro for $125, you get $100 in new PV. Now that's pretty powerful. And you get a $50 bonus. When you enroll someone as a new Pet Pro for $1, you get nothing. Meaning you don't get a bonus. You do not get any kind of a new PV. Now, providing the Pet Pro reaches $150 in new PV, they will receive a complete kit and 5,000 paw trip points. So I do want to mention those things because I think sometimes we might be a little bit confused on when do I use $1, when do I use 125. Okay, so speaking of new PV, this month we also have the Giving Tree raffle. The Giving Tree raffle, at first I thought this was the wheel, but it's not. This is so much better. So here's how it works. It's all about new PV for the month of November. So every time you reach a $500 increment in PV, you get a ticket that goes into the drawing that will be done weekly for the prizes that are noted here. Now, $500 get one ticket, $1,000 two tickets, $1,500 three tickets, $2,000 new PV, you get 6 entries. Every week we're going to do the drawing, and here is the best part. You get to pick the prize you want. It is not they spin a wheel and whatever comes up, that's what you get. You get to pick any of the prizes that are on the that are under the Giving Tree. And I'm not going to go over that. I mean, there's computers, there's iPhones, there's Apple Watches, there's Xboxes, there's lots of things. So this is super exciting. And
Kathleen, I would just love to hear, what would you pick if you were to win? What do you?
I know what I'd pick. I've already decided. I want the logo tent.
Yeah,
for
logo
my
tent for all the events that you do.
And Annette and I said we would fight over it. However, when I talked to support, they said, don't worry. Every week we will renew the gift that somebody picked. So those gifts will always be there.
Oh my gosh.
Isn't that
This
great?
I love this. Here's the other
This
thing.
is a good one.
The other thing to keep in mind, the sooner you get a ticket, the better your chances, because your ticket will, if you don't win the first week, your name will stay in there. But the sooner you get your name in, the fewer people in the drawing.
Today there were two
Were there?
entries. That's it. 2 people. So they had a 50-50 chance of
50.
winning.
Right.
The qualification period ends Sunday. So that's why, I mean, they had Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 4 days, 500. So there were 2 people that got it. So anyway, I'm with you, right?
So-
This is such a great incentive.
So, okay, here's some more. This is really great. Here's something else. This month, all new PV will receive double paw trip bonus points, which means that with new PV, instead of getting 2 points for every $1 of new PV, you'll get 4.
Hey.
And that is bonus. That it goes into the bonus category, which would be category. Well, it's just a bonus category. And so that is really another awesome incentive. But that's not all. We have the stuff your stocking. I mean, there's so much. So for getting new PV, you get double bonus, double points, 500, you get your name in the drawing. Then in addition, you get all these prizes here. For 150 to 299 in PV, there are a stocking, a mouse pad, a poop bag dispenser, and a pack of poop bags. That's good. We use those all the time. Then there's tier 2, 300 to 499, and you get all of the gifts in 1 plus additional gifts in 2. Then tier 3, 500 and above, you get all the gifts in 1 and 2 plus additional gifts in 3. And look what I see over here. New pre-filled pop pairing samples. How about that? And you know what? They're not available yet, but if you qualify for these gifts, you're going to get them. And I know they're going to have them available at some point, but I think this is a special gift for all of us when we reach our PV, our new PV qualifiers that we have set to achieve. So I think that is exciting. Let me mention a couple things. I highlighted a few things I wanted to bring up real quick. Here's the thing. Names in the drawing. Once your name is pulled in the drawing, your name will be taken out. It will not go back in.
Real quick, Kathleen, since we're not the host, we can't mute anybody, but if you wanted to mute everybody, that might help. There's just some background noise.
I know, I did hear that. I forgot. Okay, where is my mute? Where's my thing?
If you
go to chat, it'll show all the
Yeah,
participants.
but I lost the thing when you put the Hold on, wait a minute. Let me.
Or everybody on the call, if you're not currently talking, can you just go ahead and mute yourselves?
Yeah, I can't. It's hidden down in my toolbar, my bar. Okay.
Yeah, that would be helpful. Everyone
We're
mute
going to do the weekly Facebook drawing. It'll be weekly live drawing on Facebook. And let's see. Prizes will be ordered after the end of the month. So after December 8th, once the month is closed out, the prizes that you select will be ordered and shipped to you. Let's see. Also on the Pet Pro enrollment, every week they'll be sending out This Changes Everything packs for those who, when they reach their 150. They should get it shortly after you don't have to wait till the end of the month for that. And one other thing that we've been doing is when you earn when somebody earns the This Changes Everything product pack, they'll donate prop pairing seasons to one of the veterans at the Smoky Mountain service dog organizations, which is what we've been doing. That's nothing new, but I did want to mention that. And I think that's it. but it's exciting. And there will be more incentives and Black Friday and all those different days, that big retail days. Be on the lookout. There's going to be some additional not gifts, but packages for customers to increase sales. And that's all I'm going to say about it.
Awesome. Thank you. I was starting to reply to Kim's.
So Kim.
Oh, good. There goes Annette.
There we
Perfect.
go.
Thanks,
Mexican, Italian, and turkey. Yep, and that's correct.
Oh, good.
So
Thank
Annette
you.
asked, sorry, just for everybody's benefit, I guess you can see it on the screen. Kim asked, what are the 3 varieties in the Surprise Me seasoning pack this month? And the answer is Mexican blend, Italian blend, and turkey.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Thanks for answering that so quickly. Kate, Kathleen, thank you. Thanks for going over that. So much on the table. And I would love to share a tip. And then Matt's going to kind of shift gears a little bit, do a little bit of training, and then we'll do our drawing and end. Let me go back to here, stop share. Okay, so if you are looking for ways to get new PV, right? Because there's so much on the table and it all comes down. Okay, I see Joey saying yes, yes. If new PV is what you're after, let me share a tip of what I did today that really worked and I'm so excited about it. Okay, so I have a friend in doTERRA and she is pretty high up in doTERRA and she has a lot of key people that have helped her business, customers and doTERRA reps. So I reached out to her and said, hey, any chance you would like to send thank you gifts to your top tiered clients of our holiday gift sets? So pet related ones, your top tiered clients or doTERRA reps that have pets. You could send them a little holiday gift set. It ships free. And she was all over it. So she sent me a list of her top tiered clients with their address, their name, their address, email. And she didn't send an email. So I created her an account and I sent customers, she's not a pet pro, she's a customer, and she is ordering these gift sets to send to her clients. So it made me think like, if you know anybody, a realtor, anybody in a professional type of business where they have their own business, a plumber, carpet cleaners, a realtor I thought of because they interact a lot with the homeowner. They're going to the home. They know they may have pets. So that's why I mentioned
other
a
network
realtor.
marketers. Yeah,
other network marketers. That's why I reached out to my doTERRA friend. Just ask them if they have top tiered clients that they would like to spend, maybe $30 to $50 to say thank you for your business over the last year. It ships free. And like I said, this puts us in a great category. We have a lot of new volume now because of this. And they're one-time orders, and that's okay. We're totally happy
but it's
just to have some new volume.
And new volume gets you those awesome prizes.
Yeah. So
as well as trip points.
So think about that. Just think about any professional that you know, any entrepreneur, anyone that owns their own business that has a clientele of some sort. Be thinking, write those names down and reach out to them and just say, hey, any chance you want to send some thank you gifts to your clients that have pets? I'd love to help you do that. And like I said, I took all the work off of her. All she did was send me a list of who they were, their address, what gift set she wanted, and then I'm taking care of the rest. I'm fulfilling every order for her. And she gave me her credit card information and good to go. So anyway.
If you belong to a networking group, this is a great ask within your networking group as well.
So hopefully that helps.
That is great. But Tricia, how did you get it through? Did you have to have a home office do it?
Yes. So yes, after the orders were placed, I had to email support. Thank you for saying that. That's important. Because as of now, the ship to shows my friend Caitlin rather than the new client. So I just am emailing support with my order number and who it should go to. So it should say this name, and then I'm having them put a little note inside the shipping too that says, "Thanks for your doTERRA loyalty. Love, Caitlin." So she's getting a little note, a shipping note to each client as well. So yeah, great question. Any other questions about that? Because it's really, to me, it seems like it's a really doable approach. We all know a professional somewhere. It could even be, like I said, it could be carpet cleaner, plumbers. Oh, another one would be someone that cleans houses. Someone that they have clients that they go to every other week and that could be a good one too. So, okay, Matt's going to now talk to us about a couple things.
Okay. Yeah, so for those of you who were on the leader call on Monday, and even on our coaching call last night, you heard me mention that something that we talked about on the leader call was our stories, right? And how powerful our stories are, not only for potential customers and potential sponsors, but even amongst each other as pet pros. We never want to sound salesy or desperate or anything like that. And so the best way to come across as authentic is to create a story, is to come up with your story. What has Pottery done for you? Or what has a specific product done for you? What's your testimonial of that product? What's your story about it? And as part of that same call, Roger and Melissa went on to talk about how this is the month of Thanksgiving. And there's a lot to be thankful for, and a lot to be thankful for, especially as it relates to Pottery. And so I wanted to give, I'll share my story here in just a second, but we'd also like to open it up as we end here for any of you to share your story of gratitude, or whatever your story is regarding Pottery with the rest of the group. I think it'd be motivating, and it would just help you in defining your coming up with your story. So as I thought about man, what has Pottery done for me, and what am I so grateful for when it comes to Pottery? And when I thought about it, I thought, I haven't always been involved with Pottery. Anyone who knows my story knows that I came in about a year after Trisha joined. Trisha joined first. I sat on the sidelines. I grumbled. I complained. I wasn't always supportive. I'm seeing there's some others out there who are, on the same path who are walking the same path I have. Anyway, it wasn't until I went to that very first PAW Fest, and that's where I first met Kathleen, actually, was at that very first PAW Fest. We were there together. Anyway, it wasn't until I attended that very first PAW Fest that I really caught the vision of Pottery, and my belief in Roger went sky high. For those who don't know, Roger is actually Trisha's older brother, and that's how we got involved with Pottery. But it wasn't just because Roger was Trisha's older brother. It was because of our belief in Roger. And anyone who's been to PAW Fest, anyone who's been to Legacy, anyone who is associated with Roger knows what I'm talking about, knows what a vision he has, knows what a great person he has, knows how successful he is. He's led Pottery to win numerous awards from the Direct Selling Alliance. He's won CEO of the Year. He's an amazing man with an amazing vision, and has created this amazing company. So what am I grateful for? I am grateful for the people that I've met. I'm grateful for the opportunities we've had to travel. Tricia and I love to travel, but traveling is expensive. Traveling costs money. And those are things that are really a luxury to us in our life. But because of Pottery, between Legacy, between PAW Fest, and between the Paw Trips, we've been able to travel, and we've been able to sort of fulfill that desire within us to do that. And none of that would be possible without Pottery. Now, not only that, we've been able to work with several pet pros, you included on this call. And it is a true blessing in our lives to be able to rub shoulders and associate with all of you to see what a difference Pottery, the products, make in your life. Pottery, the business, makes in your life, and Pottery, the products, makes in our pets' lives. It's incredibly fulfilling and something that we wouldn't know or have experienced otherwise without Pottery. So I'm grateful. I'm super grateful for, to Pottery, to Roger, for those reasons. So now I turn it over to you guys. When it comes to Pottery, what are you guys thankful for?
I can go. So I would definitely say, at least, so I didn't really jump into Pottery full bore until about June of this year. But since then, both Alex and I have grown so much just in our lives. I'm listening to audiobooks. I went back to school for dog training. We've got a life coach. We're kind of getting more of our life on track of what we want to do. So it's kind of given us the vehicle, I guess, to actually dream bigger and know that there's other things that we can do with our life that we really want to do. And then just kind of gave us that push to kind of, I don't know, be better people and do better stuff with our life, I think.
That's awesome.
Awesome.
I love that. And for those that don't know, Joey's in a job that is day job, full-time job.
Demanding.
It's very demanding and difficult and challenging, has a lot of different challenges. So how fun to have this be like, there is an end. There is an end to this. I don't have to do this forever. I have to do it now. That's okay. But there is an end in sight. That's really cool. Super cool.
Yeah, and it's things like I don't really like reading a book, but I've listened to 2 audiobooks in the last month, and that's more than I have in the last 10 years. So it's kind of like just being, I don't know, like growing more as an adult, I guess, and actually like listening to audiobooks. And it's nice to kind of see like that we've both grown just even in the last couple months.
That's awesome. And I've seen it. I for sure have seen it. That's so great.
Absolutely.
Very cool. Good. Thanks for sharing. That's awesome.
Not everybody has to share, but if you feel like sharing, now's your opportunity.
Well, I will.
Okay.
So I've been doing pottery for a little over 2 years, and it's really helped reignite my passion for animals. I mean, I've always been an animal person, and I teach CPR and first aid classes and do energy work and stuff like that. But the income for pottery made it so that I was able to cut back in the amount of 1 full day off of my work week. So I just work 4 days a week now. And I make really, really good money at the position that I'm in. So for me, it's not going to be real easy to replace my income, but it's a goal that I'm working towards. And it enabled me to buy a new car this year. We were planning on it. It was in the budget for towards the end of the year, and my car croaked at the beginning of the year, and I was able to step up and say, hey, this is how much I'm making every month, and I can continue to make that if I put the work into it, and that makes my car payment every month. So I'm very
awesome
for that.
That's so fun. I'm glad you shared that. I didn't know that, Annette. That's really cool. That's super cool.
So that's why I have my green car. Not pottery green, but we're getting it there.
Close enough.
That's awesome, Annette. I didn't realize that either. And you get to work 4 days a week. I know you work so hard. So
I just got a day back. So hopefully my goal is to cut, each year to take 1 more day off.
That is a huge, huge story.
That's really cool.
Thank you.
I love it. Anybody else? I know our time is about up, but is there anyone else who'd like to share before we move on?
Can you unmute Jody? She says she can't unmute herself.
Let's see.
It's because she's on an iPhone. Just saying.
Kathleen, you
Okay. Jody, can you hear? Are you there, Jody? Jody? I unmuted her, but maybe it doesn't work on her phone.
Summer, we want to hear.
Yeah.
Is there? Can you use the chat by any chance? Probably not if you're on an iPhone. Or is that just an assumption, Marcy? That probably was an assumption.
Matt, is it *6 to unmute?
That's because I tease her all the time about the iPhone.
I think so, Kathleen.
I figured. That's funny. My guess is when Jody joined, she didn't join with audio. That's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah, I'm not seeing that she's muted, but I'm not seeing the microphone icon either.
Oh, there we go. She's chatting.
Okay,
Yay.
she's on the computer.
On my computer. Okay, good. All right. Can you chat? Can you use that to, there's also an option at the bottom left-hand corner. It should say enable audio or something like that. That might be an option too. So try that or use the chat option because we definitely want to hear. Anybody else in the meantime while we're trying to figure out Jody's technical difficulties?
Maybe she doesn't have audio on her computer.
That could be as well.
That could be.
Well, so the purpose of that exercise was really twofold. Number one, I wanted everybody to see that you do have a story. Whether you think you do or not, you have a story. And sharing that story is super powerful. Hearing from Joey, hearing from Annette, and hopefully we get to hear from Jody as well. Those are powerful stories. Pottery has done things for us that we wouldn't have been able to do otherwise. And then the second, so number one, helping you recognize that you have a story. Focus on that story, refine that story, and use that in your conversations with others about what pottery has done for you. It's authentic and it's powerful. It takes away the whole salesy, desperate, feeling away from those conversations. And number two, because it's November and because it's Thanksgiving, I wanted everybody to recognize something that they were grateful for. And that's one of the success principles that Jack Canfield talks about in his book, and that we love to share with others, is that having an attitude of gratitude is super important, not only to the success of your business, but to you individually as well. So hopefully you got a little something from that. And let's see. Okay, so Jody says, I want to thank Pottery because this is exactly what I was searching for. Also, a great sponsor to support me and Marcy is great. I'm grateful because I believe it's going to change my life.
Oh, I love it.
Yes, it will, Jody.
That's awesome.
In a great way. And I'm excited for you to be on that journey and to see that happen.
Yeah. As Roger would say, the best advice that he can give is just to be here, just to stick with us, be here, because things don't always happen on our timetable. All right, Carol, do you mind muting yourself? I think it's Carol or maybe Jody that's got background noise there. There we go. Thank you. We can't always predict who's going to say yes and who's going to say, I'm all in, who's going to be a business builder, who's going to give us a lot of promises and then not do anything with it. That happens. It happens a lot. It happens often. But what you can control is sticking with it and just keep asking. Ask. That really, truly will get you to where you want to be and get you to the point where Annette is, where she's taking a day off work each week, buying a car, where Joey and Alex are building a house and they're realizing like this light fixture was paid for by Pottery, like baby steps, right? Baby steps. But it's true. Just stay here, just be here. So with that, you're all here today. We always like to reward you for being here. Do that. Or are we going to read a quote?
No, just as the prize. Is that what we want to do?
Sure, yeah. We could ask him if that's because I love this book.
Okay.
Some people might already have it, though.
So I mentioned just a minute ago Jack Canfield in the book, The Success Principles. We've gone over this previously in Aspiring Leader Calls, and it's just got so much great information, not only as you're starting a business, but just being successful in life as an individual. So this is what we're going to draw for. We'll send it to you from Amazon. And if we draw your name and you've already got this, let us know.
We can get you a different.
We'll come up with a different option.
There's a lot. Like we gave a Big Leap last month. I know, Joe, you guys read that, right?
Joey
You did the audio
Leap.
Version. So
or the One Thing. I mean, there are several good books
ones
that we can.
So yeah, if you already have it, all right, Matt, we'll let you do the honors.
Okay.
I wrote everybody's name down. Mix it up.
Perseverance. Yeah, perseverance will conquer all things.
Okay, so let's see.
Okay.
We always have to use our Pottery mug. Who's our winner?
Kim.
Yay!
Kim Miller.
All right, Kim, I think you already have success principles, right? You
She
do.
does,
Okay,
yeah.
so let us know what sounds great. The Big Leap, the One Thing that you
One
mentioned,
Thing.
that would be another great one. Either of those, do you have either of those?
I have the Big Leap.
Okay, so
What
the
was
One Thing.
The One Thing, I don't think I have that one.
Okay, that's another great one. So if you're open to it, or I have the Desire Map. There's a couple other ones I have. Is there anything that you wanted on a wish list? Any sort of book you were like, I really would like to read? Okay.
No?
All right. Then let's make it the One Thing.
The One Thing's a good
Yeah.
one.
We'll send you the one.
It's really good. Okay.
Especially, it'll help you have belief in Roger's vision of Paw Pairings being the one thing, our big focus, because it'll just like have some light bulbs be like, boo boo, this is great.
It was
this is
funny
great.
because we had just read that book and then went to Legacy, to Legacy, when Roger said our focus was going to be the pop herrings. And we asked him, have you read that book? He was like, no. But we thought it was so ironic that he would focus on the one thing after we had just read the one thing.
And that's why we're like, man, this man is brilliant.
That is brilliant.
This is a brilliant guy. Okay, Joey's saying The Way of the Wolf is another good
The
one.
Way of the Wolf
and
Sales Dogs.
Okay, perfect. Might have to do that for next time. I'm going to write that
I have
down.
to look into those. Yeah, I've never heard of them.
I'm going to write it right here. Okay, perfect. Thank you so much for
Okay.
being here, Kim. I'll be in touch and we'll get your address. In fact, if you want to just PM me, I'm pretty sure I have it, but PM me your address and we'll do that right
Get that on the
now.
way.
Yes, welcome to Paw Tree, Teresa and Jody. We're so glad that you're here. Took some time to be with us tonight. And yeah, we look forward to many other calls in the future. So thank you.
Have a good
Appreciate
night, everybody.
We'll see ya. Thanks for your help, Kathleen, tonight. See ya.
Thank you all. Have a great week.
You too. Bye.